Welcome back to Metalstorm. Today we're looking at the Su-47 Berkut, the only aircraft with the reverse geometry and incredible super maneuverability. It is true predecessor to the Su-57, but it's got tricks that even the Su-57 doesn't. The Su-47, codenamed Firkin in NATO, is a Russian experimental fighter which flew first in September of 1997. Its official Russian name is the Berkut, which stands for the Golden Eagle, which lives in central and southern Russia. In Metalstorm, it's designated as a heavy fighter unlocked at hangar level 17. Now we're going to hop into the detailed specs, but make sure you comment, like, and subscribe on this video, and let's look at this aircraft up close. So, heavy fighter, but it's almost a 5th gen fighter. Why? Well, all of its weapon bays are internal to lower its radar signature. As a matter of fact, I think it should have some stealth capability in Metalstorm. It has twin engines for maximum thrust and authority, but its super maneuverability comes from the wings, which are in a reverse direction from a regular wings on an aircraft. It packs a punch of weapons, a total of 8 missiles, 2 short-range heat seekers, R-73, R-74 variants with a base damage of 75, as well as 6 medium-range radar-guided missiles. Now, these missiles are excellent, but what you need to do is you need to take your time locking and firing up to 2 or 3 missiles at a target. Every subsequent lock will take half as much. Now, if you have to get up close, you've got a 30mm cannon. It has an overheat of 4.6 seconds, but that's enough to take out an enemy aircraft. Overall, it is a fantastic aircraft, and unlike the Su-57, it does have a special capability of the backflip. Now, you're going to see the backflip right here demonstrated in just a moment as I take out the first fighter, take out the second fighter, pass under this arch, and I can see a hostile on my 6 o'clock. I execute the backflip using the special maneuver command and come over the top at an incredible turn rate. And I can engage the fighters coming in right behind me. Perfect. But this is not the only way to use the backflip. Detailed and specialized breakdowns of dogfighting and air-to-air combat for Metalstorm and DCS World are on my YouTube channel, Plasma1945. If you're not watching this on YouTube, make sure you look me up and subscribe, follow, and leave a comment. If you're already following me, I really appreciate all the comments, and I respond to, I think, almost all of them. But let's take a look at a typical flight, because this is, after all, an intro video. First thing I do is go vertical, pick up some altitude, and head towards the enemies. As I mentioned, the long-range missiles, well, they're not quite as long range as a Tomcat, but they've got 8 kilometers on them. So if there's no Tomcats in the map, you can rule the sky. Each lock takes 1.8 seconds, which is quite a while, but every subsequent lock only takes a second. So it's in your interest to fire at least 2 missiles on every target. And sometimes 3 might be needed, because if the target flares, well, you've got a better chance of taking them out. Always keep in mind where your rearm station is, because you will need to rearm after firing a volley of these missiles. Also remember that these missiles are fire and forget, so you can fire them, break lock, and switch to your next target. But up close, we're going to go to Fox 2s, the short-range missiles. We only have 2 of them, and they don't quite turn as aggressively as I've seen some other missiles, but still pretty good. And with cannon, you can easily knock out an enemy aircraft. Now I'm going to execute the backflip right here, but it's not going over the top. That's the type of stuff I've got in my videos on YouTube, so make sure you guys go and check those out. But here we did a horizontal backflip, side to side, to take out that enemy. And we've got the 2 other aircraft on our nose. We're down to 4 missiles. Now to 3. We're going to finish this last guy off with guns. Easy shot under the arch, looking at the radar at all times in all of our fights. And we're going to come up over the top. Now we can see the hostile flying underneath us. We're not going to stay on him. We're going to turn around and get these 2 guys heading right for me. 2 missiles on the J-10, and we've got a Mirage 3 coming up with 1 missile left. There's the launch. Bring it around. Good splash. As you see, the Su-47 is extremely maneuverable. Oh, I've got a MiG-19 on my 6. That's the only problem. You pay for the ability to do the backflips, because if you take enough damage, you will lose your flight controls. You'll hear that sometimes if you take enough damage in this plane, flight controls, which means that your inputs are not going to be mirrored quite correctly. But hopefully this has inspired you to get the Su-47 now that it's coming off black market sale price, and I'll see you in the air. Plasma 1945 is out of here.